This is a topic I don't think a lot of persons are like completely interested in, but at the same time, I haven't done like a time skip discussion video in quite a while. I believe the last one I did was Sumeri, and I thought, why not? Let's continue talking about the rest of Boruto's class. Anyway, welcome everyone, Sanju Uchiha here, welcome back to the channel, and of course they will be talking about Denki, a character that's only made an appearance in the Boruto Naruto Next Generation's anime at this point. He's yet to appear in the manga, but I expect at some point Kodachi will hopefully make some returns on our investment in Denki's character from the anime. So as per usual, when it comes down to these time skip discussion videos, I'll be talking about how the character can potentially be handled after the time skip actually comes, and just generally where I see the character going in the future. So of course, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoy Boruto content. Of course, I also do One Piece and Dragon Ball stuff and any other thing I feel like doing on this channel. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But let's get right into it. So Denki, as I said, is a character that's only been made like, he's only had an appearance in the Boruto anime as of this recording at least. And straight off the bat, he's a character when you really compare and put him in, or at least if you compare him to Naruto's generation, he's a character that doesn't really fit the mold of your typical or stereotypical ninja or shinobi. If I'm being quite honest, he is a character for the most part that really embodies or represents the opportunities that have presented themselves as a result of Naruto's generation's efforts in the Fourth Great Ninja War. He is a character that is heavily pushed using the concept of the new generation where there's technology. We have characters that don't necessarily have to go along the academy's shinobi curriculum. He, for the most part, isn't really impressive when it comes down to like combat ability, but he does represent the theme of technology that the Boruto era quite evidently continues to push. And even within like the Boruto anime, we see him, he's on the team with Metal Lee and Iwabe, and despite that he himself isn't really much of a combatant compared to his teammates, he does provide a lot of technical support using the technology that's been afforded by this generation. Now, his character going forward in the Boruto era, considering the whole theme of technology, similarly to Sumere, I see his character really getting more into collabing with characters like Katasuke in terms of the Scientific Ninja Institute and incorporating those technological elements in battle, because no matter how you slice and dice it, Boruto's character, Boruto's whole story in terms of how it's predicted to progress is starting with a time of peace and seeing the village really and truly descend into darkness. I mean, for the most part, that's kind of like how things kind of start off with these series generally, but from like comparing apples to apples, comparing Boruto to Naruto, where we have Naruto being a story of Naruto starting off low and then go high, Boruto is a story of Boruto starting off high and then going low. So for the most part, we can expect a lot of Boruto's generation to be involved in the coming darkness to come. So having Denki be a character that collabs with Sumere and Katasuke regarding the scientific ninja weapons, then I can definitely see his character being of use there and being more so on the field with said technology, just to augment his lacking combat abilities for the most part. That's what I expect. Now, considering manga spoilers here, considering that Amado of Kara has defected to Konoha, we can expect that some major push in technological like prowess or combat where the village is concerned is going to develop going forward. And having Denki, who his dad runs the Kaminarimon company, excuse me if I got the name wrong there, but the fact that his family is responsible for a technology company, essentially they built the train. I can see him working alongside Amado, Katasuke, developing things. Probably he could be the middle ground between the rest of Boruto's generation, essentially adopting well, yeah, the use of technology in combat, because given the nature of how strong a lot of these characters are going to be going forward, having Denki be the person that's responsible for outfitting the rest of his generation with the tools that are necessary to boost their combat ability to actually combat the coming Otsutsuki threat maybe, or potentially other members of Kara, then I can definitely see that happening, especially if we're definitely going to go with the idea that he's not going to be like on the field, or probably not on the front lines specifically. So he's more or less going to be relegated to a support role for the most part. But that's all I have for this one. I can't really go into too much more without getting too repetitive, but let me know what you think. Personally, I know that the Boruto anime hasn't been, it's not the best. It's like, overall, I wouldn't even really classify it as good. It has its cool moments, but I think having a lot of the characters, especially if you're a person that has really stuck with the Boruto anime until now, until 150 plus episodes in, I think having some return on that investment in the manga by having Denki be a person that's pushed in the time skip, I think that would be worth it, or worth something. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I have for this one. Of course, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Kind of did this off the spur of the moment for the most part, but I think it came out quite alright. But anyway, see you guys in the next video. Yeah.